Selection of an LMS is a crucial and integral part of course planning. LMS selection according to its available features depends on the teaching and learning needs, as this is how the platform will support the teaching and learning process and practice. Analysis and determination of important and specific requirements are essential to establish a prioritized wish list of features and functions an LMS must support. However, the most important criteria for LMS selection is its functionality to meet the teaching and learning needs. Upon careful analysis of Blackboard and Moodle LMS, I identified three key considerations relevant to the functionality for finding the best fit for my high school students. These included ease of use or accessibility by the student population, technical compatibility, and implementation cost. For this assignment, I had a choice of using Blackboard LMS or Moodle LMS. However, as Moodle seems to be more common at high school level, easy to use if designed properly, and there are free Moodle hosts available, I decided to design my Physics 11 course in Moodle. An online course is like walking into a foreign land with an entire map laid out but having no sense of the land's origin or how to navigate. Thus, it's instructor's duty to lay out the interactions that will ultimately lead to a successful learning experience. To achieve this goal, all elements of an online learning environment must form a cohesive whole that creates an engaging learning experience for all learners. Thus, I decided to make book modules rather than just uploading the assignments and folders in my Moodle shell. Also, research has shown that effective integration of multimedia that is content relevant and pedagogically sound can be a valuable teaching tool for facilitating online student learning. I try to achieve these goals using physics animation, simulations, videos, along with augmenting the interactivity with Padlet walls and chat rooms. In terms of teacher presence in an online classroom, in a face-to-face classroom, teacher's personality plays an important role in the learning experience. During the redesign process of an F2F classroom, several considerations need to be made to maintain the same engagement level. For example, along with the welcome announcement, I posted my bio with a picture that may help students put my face to my name. In every activity, I provided my own example as an icebreaker and had students relate theirs to instructors. During the instructional phase of my physics course, I included clear objectives for the course and compared those to each lesson so that the expectations are clear. If I use this course for my future students, I will take part in the discussions whenever possible to show my presence just like my F2F classroom and to make sure students are on track. Feedback in discussion form will also provide quick reinforcement to help elicit desired behavior. All students have their own preferred learning style. Some students are very serious and believe in doing every reading and quiz. However, some just scan the main content. Whether you hate it or love it, readers need multiple entry points on a platform. We can use sidebars, subheads, photos, captions, etc. The idea is to get readers into the story however you can. Thus, I try to provide multiple entries by providing various interesting resources at many entry points for communicating the same information. For example, DIY projects, video tutorials, comic strip assignments, along with traditional teaching lessons. Clear expectations and well-written instructions will assist students in completing assignments and achieving the course goals that are necessary. To make the online learning experience easy, instructional designers or instructors need to have a focus or a big idea for each lesson. To ensure focus is brought to attention in each element, no irrelevant material, proper and easy to understand instructions below each folder, deadlines made visible at many entry points, having a preview and a checklist on each page, a consistent order of each item throughout the course, and consistent explanation of the assignments, thereby reducing possible confusion and cognitive overload is needed. I'm aiming to teach this course to high school students who are still taking most of the classes in a traditional environment. Thus, my assessment activities are also similar but adapted to the activities used in the face-to-face classroom to maximize the engagement. Sample assignments include homework problem sets, concept maps, quizzes, a midterm and final exam, and analysis of real-world examples of many physics phenomena. The LMS tools that I used are online quiz tool for formative assessment, which is quizzes, as well as summative assessments, which are unit tests. I also used discussion boards, assignment tool, and embedded Padlet and Poplet walls for detailed, targeted, and ongoing formative assessment. Gibbs and Simpson argue that grades without feedback may be particularly damaging. Thus, along with providing automated feedback in my quiz that cannot be personalized enough to motivate my students for learning an abstract subject like physics, I embedded Padlet walls, assignment tools, and essay type questions in the quiz to provide targeted and personalized feedback. The following burning questions about incorporation of multimedia are essential to ask when we design an online learning environment. First question is, what tools are available and easy to use in the absence of a multimedia specialist? Will the LMS support the tools? Will students be able to use the tools seamlessly without a steep learning curve? Is there a point at which media-rich course may contain too much media as to become distracting or overwhelming for students and become cognitive overload? To address all these concerns, I asked students to pick only 3 tools from my digital sandbox. However, I offered my guidance to ensure they're not confused about the decision to pick a multimedia tool for their assignment until the due date and then get frustrated. Moreover, to reduce their cognitive overload, I provided video tutorials with each multimedia tool. To address special needs concerns, open and constant communication, compassion, a willingness to bend the rules to accommodate students, and one-on-one interactions are the keys to make the learning environment successful. Teachers need to get to the bottom of the problem right away because if any problem is left unaddressed by week 3, frustration sets in and the student adopts an attitude of why even bother. Thus, I provided my students various opportunities to communicate with me. One-on-one live sessions are specifically designed to solve special needs students' problems. I followed the assignment guidelines and made my splash page containing many navigational components. However, if I have to make a Moodle shell for my students next time, I will set the number of sections to 0 in course administration and then use a label which is technically section 0 to make an interactive animated splash page that is able to take my students to home page, which is going to be technically section 1 of the Moodle shell containing all navigational components. Everything will be unseen under a beautiful splash page just like my ePortfolio website. The second major change that I made was using book modules instead of individual pages in different sections or topics. I also made links to discussion forums, chat rooms, and various assessments on book module pages for easy and quick navigation instead of forcing my students to go back and forth on home page and book module content pages. It also gave a better website look to my Moodle shell. In addition, it helped me control the page length to avoid scroll depth. Last but not the least is gamifying my Moodle shell with badges to motivate students throughout the course. However, if I just use the standard process of addition of badges in the version provided by MET Moodle, then Moodle will provide badges to all students even if they are failing. In other words, they just need to participate in the quiz because grade option in quiz settings does not have grade field along with it. Thus, I figured out a complex way so that badge can actually be delivered only after mastering the content. The 4 steps that worked for me are provided on my ETEC 565A portfolio. Overall learning process to create a Moodle shell was mostly challenging and time consuming, but the learning process gave me invaluable opportunity to adapt an F2F classroom to an online course with pedagogically suitable online resources with the same teacher presence. I believe I made an excellent and effective Moodle shell. In future, I'll continue to explore countless educational technology tools that might be embedded in Moodle and are pedagogically more suitable for my targeted audience. However, for now, in the given time frame and circumstances, I think I have achieved a lot and I am proud of my creation. Thank you for watching this video.